It's important to remember this in difficult times. But for some of us, and many of us, we weren't born with this skill, or even worse, it was taken away from us. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deanna Faye, and I normally like to talk about art, the creative process, sort of guide you through the artist's journey. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I have a new album coming out soon, which is called Crooked Steeple, so look out for updates on my new music. You can also listen to my music on all streaming platforms, as well as purchase some of my music on Bandcamp. You need to ruthlessly protect yourself, because you will get hurt, you will get burnt out, and there will be times when you'll be so hurt and so broken down that you won't even recognize yourself. And during these times, it's extremely important not to be hard on yourself. You've already been through enough. It's very important to take it easy on yourself, to not make things harder on yourself than necessary. Don't take on other people's opinions and projections onto yourself. Do you know how many times that I've been bullied or told that I wasn't good enough, or that I should stay quiet, or that I shouldn't make my art at all because of this reason or that reason? Do you know how many times I've been made to feel small or inferior, or like I was too much, or like I was a burden? Or how many times I've been hurt and disappointed and broken down? Countless times. I can't even remember all the times that this has happened to me. There's been many days, many weeks, months, even years where I felt and experienced these things. But do you know who was always there for me? I was there. I was always the one at the end of the day that was always there for myself. I was the one who picked up broken pieces, put everything back together, cleaned up the mess. I was the one who cared for myself and tended to my wounds. I was the one who woke up every morning in the dark and walked an hour in the cold in order to catch a bus to get myself to work, because there was no other option at the time. I did it to survive. I did it to keep going. I did it because I had to, but also because there was always a part of me, no matter how quiet, no matter how small, that reminded me and that kept saying, hey, we're still here. We still have dreams and goals, and I still matter enough that I want to take care of myself and I want to achieve those dreams. But the point is, if you're watching this, you're here today, and I want to say that I'm proud of you and I'm congratulating you for that. You should be proud of yourself for being here. And despite everything, life is still good, is it not? Even despite everything, there's still something there that keeps you going, that gives you a reason to keep up, to take care of yourself, to keep waking up, is there not? Even if it's just the tiniest flame, you wouldn't be here listening to this message if it wasn't there. You know who you are, and if you're not sure, you can remember. Don't take on what other people project onto you. That's not yours to carry, and that's not yours to reflect. That is not your burden or weight to carry. If there's something that makes you feel happy, or something that makes your heart feel it's on fire, that means you're on the right path, and doing that thing is leading you to the right path. But your path needs no editing. Anyone who is tearing you down or trying to block you either doesn't understand you or doesn't want you to be happy. Let them try. Your path needs no editing. I know you may watch some of my videos, or maybe you listen to some of my music and you might think, well, it's easy for me to say that because maybe you think I have it all together or I've had it all laid out for me, and that couldn't be further from the truth. I used to walk around my city alone. I didn't feel that I was good enough for anything, and I had dreams. I definitely had big dreams, but I would never actually let myself take any real steps towards them. They were only fantasies that I didn't act on, or even if I did act on, I'd find ways to sort of sabotage or stop them from coming fully into fruition. And I think that's because for so long I let other people's words and hurt and projections stick to me. It took so many years to develop what I call duck's feathers. You know how ducks, they have that sort of oiliness to their feathers so that water drips off a duck's back because of the oil in the feathers. It's in their nature. But for some of us, and many of us, we weren't born with this skill, or even worse, it was taken away from us. It's very common if you were abused or experienced any sort of neglect that you don't really know how to have a skin, how to have a sort of backbone, or how to not let others reach you. And it's in human nature. What people say to you will hurt you. It's not a weakness on your part. But we have to learn how to have duck's feathers. First of all, who you are has nothing to do with how other people perceive you or call you. That is actually a very shallow view of reality. Who you really are is only for you to know and you to decide, and for you to decide when you're ready to share that with others. You are as free as that. Maybe no one's told you that before, but you are as free as that. It's up to you. If you don't want to share who you are, that's your choice. If you're ready to share who you are, that's your choice. And no one can take that freedom from within you. Even if you were physically imprisoned, no one can take that freedom from you. There's freedom within you, in your heart and your mind. And sometimes it's both a beautiful and empowering thought, and sometimes it's a sad thought, and it's frustrating because if I'm free inside, then why does it sometimes feel like the outside world imprisons us or blocks us or tries to hold us back? But sometimes we really are oppressed or repressed by external factors, by reality, by whether it's our health or family or just our life circumstances. Nobody is saying that those don't exist, but I believe that within each of us, we have inherent freedom, inherent worth, and it's part of being alive and conscious. Nobody can take that away. Just like nobody can take away the freedom of a wild animal. You have that as well, even if no one taught you that, or if someone took that away from you physically. But it's important in difficult times to remember that, because sometimes that feeling is the only thing that actually keeps us alive and keeps us going. The world could set you back, but you can break out and be kind to yourself by doing the hard work to make the progress. It's up to you to achieve your dream, to achieve whatever goal it is that you're going for. And this is sort of like the tough love part of this, right? It's not going to be easy. There is work that you have to do, but sometimes being kind to yourself does mean hard work. It's not going to be easy to achieve your goal, your dreams, but being stuck and not acting on it isn't either. Choosing to do what you want and need is being kind to yourself, even if it's hard to do. But you're still here somehow. Somehow you're still here. So don't give up. And it took me almost my whole life, and that's a long time. Because I remember being young, and I remember being a small child and being around other children and always feeling different, or somehow that I didn't fit in, and maybe misunderstanding that feeling as being less or somehow being inferior, when that couldn't be further from the truth. But the point is, it took me my whole life to finally understand my worth and my freedom, and to understand that my personhood needed no editing, no putting down, no breaking down by anyone, whether that's an institution, a person. You can fall, but rise again, and you're allowed to fall, but rise again. There are days ahead that will be happier, more beautiful, and better than you can ever imagine right now. You don't need anyone's permission or approval to live your life the way that you truly want to. I know it's hard to believe that, but you don't. Let them say or do whatever people want. But don't let anyone take your agency or self away, your freedom, your inherent worth. Don't let their projections tell you who you are or who you can become. Your path needs no editing or correcting by someone else. So go ahead and live the life that you want to. You can do it. And I hope that this message helps you today.